Hi everyone! Today, we're back landscaping. I'm leaving the house just before 6:30 in the morning. Let's hop in the F350, let's get on over to the shop and get the day started. Like always guys, there's a full mods list link down below. And if you end up enjoying today's video, help me out by hitting the like button. Today guys, Buck's gonna be joining us as the two-person crew. We have a pretty big job site. Even with his help, it's gonna be close getting the job done by 5 PM here, but it should be a lot of fun, and he'll be helping us out even more over the coming weeks. Towards the end of the week, guys, I always try to get over to the shop early, but sometimes I'm running late. Other times, I'm working in the home office in the early mornings here. But oh, look at that, guys. Looks like Buck has arrived here. He got here before the boss.
You like your new truck, don't you?
Yeah, I just picked it up last week.
I was gonna say that's a pretty nice looking ride. What is that? Brand new 2022, 23, 21.
It's the
what is
2023 XLT.
it? Ooh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I ordered it about 2-3 months ago. Finally arrived.
Well, that's also new. What the heck's that all about?
Yeah, that is a GMC top kick that I picked up. It's a 5-ton dump truck.
That is nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, what do we got on the list today, boss?
We're going to be basically cleaning up a yard. There's so many steps to it. There's holes that we have to fill, rocks, stumps, things like that. And then we're going to finish the project with new topsoil and sod.
That sounds like it should be like a fun time.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, why don't you drive the new GMC dump truck today?
Ooh, that might be kind of fun. A lot of things apparently seem to be fun today, don't they?
Yeah, it's always fun getting to use some new equipment, so why don't we head inside the shop. Actually, I don't know if you've seen some of the new skid steers I recently picked up.
No, I have not. Please tell me you didn't trade off my... Okay, good. You didn't trade off my track Kubota. I like that thing.
No, I traded off the wheeled Kubota, though, for the deer skid steer.
Ooh, that's rather of an interesting. I'm surprised you didn't go with the smaller class of one.
Yeah, I think that this is probably the perfect size for what we do. We don't really need to get in small backyards, and we don't really need the big skid steers.
Very true. I actually think I have a diecast of one of those at home. It's pretty nice. Kind of like it. I like to collect those little things.
Yeah, those little die casts are neat.
They really are.
So I'm also going to be bringing the excavator, one of the mini excavators, and I'm going to be bringing a second skid steer. So we'll have 2 skid steers and an excavator and a few different attachments.
Okay. So I think I might as well just take the deer since, you know, kind of got to have a little bit of fun with a little bit of diversity.
All
so
right,
I'll get that loaded up on the Jimmy. And do you need any help getting anything else loaded up?
No, I should be all set. Just is going to take me a few extra minutes to get mine loaded up.
Okay. Well, I'll get on that, and might as well just kind of be ready to go. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
All right.
I will get the door for you.
Yay, if I can get in the right thing.
Hey, Buck.
Yes, sir.
I don't see the F350 single cabber, the gooseneck. I think Farmer Joe went to pick up the sod.
Oh, yeah. And isn't he supposed to be helping us out today again?
Yeah, and he's also running the dump truck here, and I just looked over. It's full of dirt for us.
Ooh. Well, I guess that's at least one thing taken off.
Yeah, that's
I noticed
helpful.
that we don't have a bale grabber. Do you want me to run to Tractor Supply and get one of those so we can handle the sod bales?
Yeah, that way it's easier to help roll it out instead of just trying to use like a pallet fork. So if you want to stop by there, they should have a company card on file if you just want to rent it.
That works. So I'll do that. Just make sure you send me the address to where we're going, and then I'll kind of figure my way out around from there.
All right, well, it's only like 5 minutes from Tractor Supply as well, so that's also good.
That's usually pretty nice. We usually get a lot of jobs in town, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get on that, and I'll meet you there.
All right. And we're off to a job here. Buck's gonna go pick up an attachment from Tractor Supply here, but trying to get everything ready to go is definitely a tough task here. There's so many little things like today. We need an extra attachment, so he's gonna pick that up. But other than that, Farmer Joe's gonna pick up the sod bales. He's also going to be picking up a few truckloads full of dirt here for us, so we should be all set. And just Buck and I will be working all of our time out here at the project. Alright, we're coming up to the job here, so I'm just going to wait in my truck for Buck to arrive here, just check up on a few emails, and I think he should be here probably in the next 10-15 minutes.
Come here, friend. I just want to give you a hug.
Yeah, that should work out well for us.
Hopefully. Do you want me to have this on here first, or you want me to get the bucket off?
So what we have to do, this property, as you could probably tell, this needs a lot of work from us.
Yeah, this is pretty rough.
So every rock in the front and back have to be actually put in the GMC dump truck, along with, I mean, look at this. Someone cut the tree down and just left big logs.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
And then there's some areas over here. There's like a big sinkhole, so we have to fill all this, have it as nice and flat as we can.
Okay.
And then
Understandable.
as we come around back, all these little bushes, these are like just weed trees.
Yeah, just look kind of like a bit like crabgrass. Got the crabgrass and what I like to call the kelp garden, where the grass just looks like weeds.
Yeah.
It's the kelp garden's gotten out of hand.
Yeah, and then you could see there's really not much usable backyard here.
You know what I find hilarious about this?
Yeah.
This property needs a whole lot of home improvements. Correct?
Yeah.
What's directly to your left? Home Depot. got a home improvement store in your backyard for the outside mainly behind that. But what do we got? A yard that has a kelp garden for a yard.
Yeah. I can't believe you could see Home Depot and
At Home Depot's, you got the garden section right there, right in your backyard, cross Farmer Darrell's yard. Like, across his field, you can go pick yourself up a nice flower. Better yet, a weed whacker.
yeah.
People these days, I tell you what.
Hey, but they're paying us big bucks, so it's working out for
Very
us.
true. I say it's working for us. Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get the bucket off the back, and then I'll get the GMC disconnected so we can start getting that stuff carried in.
I'm gonna be
Bobcat
digging
has
out
a
these
thumb, doesn't it?
stumps.
Yeah, you start working on that.
And you're gonna have to somehow see if you could lift them into the dump truck.
Okay, well, I'm going to get on that because that's probably going to be an entertainment show on itself.
All right, and Farmer Joe said he's on his way with some soil for us, so that should be ready to go. But that's gonna be a while.
All right.
Alright guys, let's get to work here. Buck's gonna be cleaning up all the rocks and bushes here, and I'm gonna be working on all these tree stumps. There's probably about a half dozen of them here. This is gonna be a pretty good workout for the new excavator here, and we just are gonna have to see. Looks like we are able to move it just a little bit here, but sometimes these are just so tricky, and you just don't know how many roots there are until... Let's see here. I'm not sure if we could really get this one to budge. Yeah, it looks like we still have a little bit more digging to do. Alright, I think I got it all out here. Let's see. I'm going to try to put my bucket over here, see if we can push it over. Let's see. There we have it, guys. We got the first one out. Wow. I am a bit surprised we were able to do that here. So we'll leave that there for Buck, and we'll let him fill that in here. Now, the other thing is, I think the skid steers should be able to pick up those wood logs here. But wow, I am surprised we were able to get that stump out. But there's so many more here. So we'll just keep on going out in the backyard. Guys, we're making really good progress here. I have 2 more stumps to dig out here. I already got one in the front. And wow, this Bobcat is actually really powerful. I am a bit surprised. Probably should have brought the Volvo or even the Komatsu for this here. But you guys can see I just keep on digging these out. And this is a lot of fun getting to do some dirt work here. Oh, look at that. This one is just wants to come on out here. I think a lot of these have rot in it. And I think that is really why it's a little bit easier for us to get out here. Let's see. Alright, we're coming up on the last stump here. Buck's out there working in, cleaning up the front yard here. It is so great having a 2-person crew because a project like this, guys, would probably be 2.5 days if we were to end up doing this just solo and using the same equipment, but just one operator though just takes a lot of time here. But you guys can see just about have this one out as well. Looks like these were cut 2-3 years ago and they were just sitting here and a lot of rot. Yeah, look at that one. Awesome. Alright, so we got all these dug on out here. I think that's all we have to do with the excavator. Let's bring this out front here and we'll get switched over to the skid steer.
Well, conveniently, I think we finished it right about the same time. Or at least I got a majority of the stuff in the front yard.
Yeah, I got all the stumps dug out. I just need to use one of the skid steers with one of the buckets and put them in the GMC. Alright, buck up. Most of the front yard cleared on out here. It's looking good already. Little bit by little bit here. But let's see if we can muscle this right into the skid steer buckets. This will be quite heavy here. And we'll just slowly bring it on over to his truck here. But this GMC, guys, is full of rocks, full of logs. And now we are going to be adding stumps here to it. And we went in the sinkhole.
Hey, look at me. I got a giant stick.
Yeah, that's working out really well for that.
I like that. Need to get higher walls on this bed. I'm running out of room.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to put some tie-down straps.
They're very possible. There's one last stump back here that I need to go and grab, so I'm just going to turn around on these ever so graceful bushes. Did any of these stumps like have trouble being pulled out of the ground at all, or were they all pretty easy?
No, the one closest to the house had a little bit more trouble, but maybe that was because there was a lot more rock in the dirt from maybe when they put the house in, but the other ones had no problem.
Say, surprisingly, they didn't leave very big of divots in the ground like those sinkholes right here.
Yeah, I tried to use the bucket of the excavator to push back the dirt a little bit. We might have to put some tie-down straps on this.
There's a very good chance of that. Don't tip it out.
Yeah, that is working out good.
There we go. That's better.
Okay, I got one more tree stump here. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fit it, though.
Oh. Yeah, see
There's
if
a
you can.
little bit of room in the back corner here, though. Oh,
Come
boy.
on, you.
Oh, there we have it. Wow.
Oh, that was perfect. Beautiful.
With all the objects cleared out, guys, it's time to get the skid steers to really kind of scrape this up here. Now, although this might look like it's just weeds, I think part of it might be the soil has been mixed around here, and not having good loam, good topsoil is not helping having good grass here. So we are going to bring in all new topsoil. The other thing is, there's a big sinkhole here. Maybe there was an old stump or maybe some old wood that was buried here that might be causing that problem. So we'll have to get that filled as well. So we have 1 truckload of fill coming, and then the rest of that is topsoil, because putting a lot of topsoil to fill a hole is super expensive nowadays. Having teeth on the bucket, guys, is helping us out a lot right now here. There seems to be some extra roots and stuff, and having a bucket without teeth, I don't think would really be too efficient here. Oh, wow, look at that. Buck is really making a lot of progress here. That's good, because it's a little bit slower here in the back, especially with all those different stumps. Having to kind of work around those, kind of level it out, is a little tricky.
I think Joe's here.
Alright, let me come around front.
So I kind of at least filled the sinkhole over there a little bit. Well, the pothole, basically. It's going to need quite a bit more, but once we set sod up on top of it, that's definitely going to settle back down into another, like, low spot. So
yeah,
that'll take a while to come back, compact back down.
One thing I'm noticing in the backyard is there looks to be some topsoil, but there's rocks. It looks like there's clay. So maybe that's why you're seeing a bunch of weeds and stuff. Just the good grass isn't growing.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Well, it makes sense because they're right next to a field. So if the field's, straight clay, then it would make sense why the ground around here is pretty bad.
Where do you think we should have Farmer Joe end up dumping it? Right here where we're standing, or
Honestly, I'd say just dump it right here in the hole, and then what we can do is once we flatten it back out, and we can get the bucket level. Then once the pile's gone, this sinkhole's completely filled. And we can
that's a
compact
good
it back
idea.
down, put more on top of it.
All right, well, let me tell him that, and I think I might have him get another truckload, but I think I should probably hold off on that and let him go pick up the hay.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Not gonna lie, that looks like a lot less dirt than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's about, I would say 19, 20 tons of dirt. Yeah, but it might be enough, but I don't want to have them get a full truckload another one until we know for sure.
True. Well, I'll kind of like get my bucket to scrape on the ground almost here and more or less push it in.
All right, I'm going to start
that.
bringing the buckets to the backyard.
So that does not look half bad. It's pretty flattened out. Kind of got the hole fixed. Would you say that's not a tripping hazard anymore?
No, that looks fine. Looks like you followed the grade of around it and just was able to fill it in.
I say I might want to keep a little bit of dirt around in case. So once we decide to put the sod on a little bit of a hump, so that way when we lay the sod, it'll have room to settle in and then settle flat rather than settle in a void.
Yeah,
so that's the last thing you need to have someone rolling their ankle in the front yard.
Yeah, did you end up tracking back and forth using the weighted skid steer?
I did, and there actually is proof. There are tracks there going right through the middle.
Okay. All right, well, just the skid steer weight alone should help, but there will be some settling.
Mother Nature, after 7 to 10 years, will definitely prove the tail than a
Yeah.
skid steer after 5 seconds.
Yep.
Well, then I guess at this point, we'll just be waiting on Joe with the old bales of sod, so I'll kind of get my bucket switched back onto the bale grabber so we can get that going.
All right, and then I think you're going to be running that, and I'll be guiding you, because if we don't have the sod as close as we can and have like a little gap, then we have to put some extra grass seed down. So it's going to take a few tries, but I think once we learn it, we'll be able to do the whole property no problem.
Yeah, that'll probably be something. Do we actually want to run back or get a mower or something and just thread this stuff down? Because if we're laying sod on top of this, this is just going to be a mess.
We could just run the skid steer over the rest of it.
Very true. So we'll need to do that. Just kind of get a nice big clean slate.
Yeah, the skid steer should do that. I have teeth on it on the bucket, so let me do that quick.
I'll get the bale grabber on so we can take care of that.
All right.
Hey, I think I see Joe. He's coming down the road.
All right, that's awesome. Hopefully this doesn't take more than a few hours, and then we'll be able to get home maybe a little early.
Possibly. It looks like it is bales, so not gonna have to throw our backs out with the little 2-foot chunk squares.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot easier. Let the machine work, not our backs.
Yeah, that's a really smart way to do that.
All right, well, let me get some of these unstrapped. I probably shouldn't unstrap all of them just yet.
No, we could pretty much do one or two bales at a time.
You want to put the ramp down?
Yeah, because then I can just kind of grab it with the...
Yeah.
We can get something where it'll, like, grab it like a spike. Or I'll just squish it. Come here, Bailey. Yeah.
That's a steep ramp.
That is a very steep ramp. Okay. Numb. You laying a consistent path?
Yeah, it's working. Working around both these trees, though, are going to be a bit tricky.
I think we might be able to manage.
I'm thinking, it looks like we have 4, so we'll put 2 in the front, maybe actually 1.5 on the front, a little bit on the side, and then the last 2 we'll put in the back.
Well, we also they can just like seed the backyard, because that also, since it's right next to it's right next to the field. It's not like it's going to matter too much. Unless they ordered enough sod to do the whole yard, but that just seems like kind of a waste.
No, they're only paying for 4, and I'm not sure. Maybe it might reach a little bit of the backyard, but we'll just seed the rest.
I think it might. Whatever we don't get, we'll just seed.
I think I have an extra bag of grass seed in the dump truck.
Oh, there it is. I almost have it. Roll you. Say 4 full rolls. I think we're gonna have to see. Do we know what kind of grass they were gonna have? Like what type of grass is this for the sod?
I'm not sure. I actually have to call the local sod supplier just to double check. I don't want to put 2 different grass seeds. Let's see what time it is.
Ooh, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, it looks like it's only 4:45.
Well, that's good enough. We can get off and go to dinner.
Yeah.
Come back and see this place all nice and purty. Like I said, their water bill is going to be pretty high for a little while, but
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them to water every other night.
that'd be a good idea. What's nice is that the grass seed's not going to be nearly as demanding, but it'll at least be something you still have to take care of course.
Yeah. Wow, from looking at what this was this morning to about 5 p.m. today, I mean, huge difference.
Most definitely. We actually didn't really have to break that much of a sweat doing it, too.
No, we just
Skid
brought the right
steers and the little
machines.
excavator made it easy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I'm going to pack stuff up, get the deer loaded up, and where is the county dump at? I'll just go and take that stuff out there. Unless you want to take some of the rocks back and the burn, but we can break them up and use them for something.
Well, there's out back in the corner of the shop, there's a logger or two. So if you just want to bring it by the shop, I could end up emptying it later on this week.
Well, that works. I'll just do that then.
All right.
So we'll check you out later, bud. Let me know when we need to get the next project going for dual personnel, and we'll get on the road with that. How about that?
Yep. Thanks for the help today.
Yep. We'll see you, Square. Have a good one.
You as well. Alright guys, well we just finished today's project here with Buck's help. We finished it in one day, and this did come out amazing here. So we got all the new sod in, we got new topsoil, and all those stumps we got dug out as well here. But now guys, we have a lot to get loaded up here, and then we'll be back on our way here. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a fun one, and there will be a lot more videos to come with Buck here. But until next time guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next one and subscribe for more.